We have one full year of rally. You do the math. What would Mr. Gans say should happen here? And this is not rocket science. That's the irony of it all, is that this is actually incredibly simplistic. There is the 50% rule of the rally that we just went through. Would it not make sense that we dip maybe down at 50% in 6 months' time, half of whatever the rally window was? We've talked lots about our expectations for what Bitcoin's going to do. I would not be surprised, Chico, crypto, and all that kind of stuff looking for hundreds of thousands of dollars on Bitcoin. I think this is our future, but I wouldn't be surprised, actually very much like this cycle. I'm a little worried that, we've gone through this part of the cycle. And of course, everybody and their brother on social media is just absolutely insanely bullish of crypto right now. So, perfect time for some sort of trap top to come in. And then we have to spend a good, I don't know whether it's going to look like this or whether maybe we just go sideways for 6 months. I don't know. I do like the idea. The way that they've bid this thing up right into the end of 23 and the fact that this is almost exactly one calendar year. And of course, our prognostication from Mr. Williams that the first half of 2024 is just basically a hurry up and do nothing. Does this not make sense? We have one full year of rally. So, you do the math. What would Mr. Gans say should happen here? And this is not rocket science. That's the irony of it all, is that this is actually incredibly simplistic. There is the 50% rule of the rally that we just went through. Would it not make sense that we dip maybe down at 50% would be Mr. Gans' expectation in 6 months' time, half of whatever the rally window was. We might just panic low. And, you hear a lot of people on social media talking about how they're going to go after the liquidity pools. It's interesting, though, that so many people in the public are talking of this way that I actually think that because too many people in the public are thinking like this, it's not going to happen. It's kind of like everybody and their brother on social media is saying that there's going to be a recession in the United States. So if everybody is predicting that there's going to be a recession, do you think the odds that there is going to be a recession are high, or do you think that maybe they're all setting themselves up for kind of false expectations? I actually would make the argument that if the public is thinking top, then there will be no top. We might just get a nice healthy 38.2 WD GAN, 50% retracement, and same thing on the NASDAQ, right? I suppose you could make the argument, there's your lows, 2023, same sort of thing. This is basically just 1 year to 1 year, almost exactly a 1 year rally from lows to highs. Yes, we did actually make a low here in October, but notice how, look at that double bottom right into the end of the year. So would it make sense? Maybe we get like a 50% retracement of that almost textbook 1 year move. This is like WD GAN up the butt. What do you think the odds are that a 50% retracement of this range is going to bring us back to that 2.618 and it's going to fill in those gaps? I'd say probably pretty good. What this is probably saying is maybe we need to go a little bit higher here. Because keep in mind, we still have a day or two to go to the end of the year. I don't know where exactly the top is, but this looks to me like this is kind of telegraphing what it wants. And what a big surprise. 50% would just bring us right back to that pivot low. That doesn't surprise me at all. So, there's basically your backdrop of this market.